The Adam Smith Awards are globally recognised as the industry benchmark for best practice and innovation in corporate treasury. Throughout this dedicated series, we take a deep dive into each of the winning solutions of 2021 in conversation with the creators themselves.
Hello, I'm Meg Coates at the Treasury Today Group. In this episode, we speak to the overall and highly commended winner of Treasury Today's Woman of the Year Award for 2021. Our Woman of the Year category recognises a leading corporate treasury professional who demonstrates real innovation and professional achievement, typifying the essence of Treasury Today's Women in Treasury initiative. This award goes to those who, alongside their career journey, also dedicate themselves to inspire others, giving back and using their privilege and access to help other professionals along their journey, opening up the profession to more diverse talent.
And I'm delighted to announce that the overall winner of the Treasury Today Woman of the Year 2021 award is Phung Ngo-Burns, Chief Accounting Officer at Treasurer, NexTier Completion Solutions.
My name is Phung Ngo-Burns, and I'm currently the Chief Accounting Officer and Treasurer at NexTier Oilfield Solutions. And I've been in this position since the merger of equal for both C&J Energy Services and King Group at the end of 2019. I think there's three things about me. I am an ongoing learner. I desire to learn, I desire to expand what I can contribute and add values in all the work environments I have been since the start of my career. And then also learning through collaborations. That means reaching out to obtain mentors or reaching out to expand my network in order to expand my learning. So really the defining moment that I would say is when I transitioned from being an auditor at Ernst & Young to joining American Airlines to basically go in and working in what they call an account analysis group. In that account analysis group, we are in charge of reviewing all the balance sheet accounts and reconciling them. And that means understanding what makes up the ending balance of these accounts at the end of every month, every quarter, every year. And I was privileged to have the cash, having all of the cash and having the debt accounts to really analyze and to understand their components. So that's when I learned about the working behind what corporate treasury do. It's not just, recording these debt interests or the debt principles or making sure that the cash balances reconcile, but the wide variety of their responsibilities from something simple as a rolling 13-week forecast to see how the cash position of the company, to coming up with ideas and how do we best use the assets at the company, both from a leveraging aspect to just doing some hedging activities or funding activities that help contribute to the assets of the company and building and strengthening the balance sheet. My big theme is learning through collaborations, always looking for innovation and partnering with your teammates at your company. And then how do we help each other to achieve, the mission or the vision that the company defines. So for thinking of a career in corporate treasury and finance, I think as a finance person or an accountant is to keep an open mind and the willingness to collaborate, because through collaboration is when we then identify other areas that we may not know anything about, and yet we can learn from those that have the experience and have the knowledge, and then contributing together to achieve the final goals or the final project that was defined for the team. So to me, in finance, when you say the finance role, it can be anywhere from the financial reporting, both internal or external, to financial planning and analysis, to doing the account analysis, to the treasury function, to ensuring that the liquidity and the assets of the company are properly leveraged. For me, I have been blessed that every companies that I've been with and in every positions that I've been with, I've always been able to find a mentor or expand my network for someone so that we can all collaborate together and work together. And the mentoring that I have received, I feel like that individual left their legacy with me, for me to carry it on and pass it on. Biggest thing I learned is that the mentoring is really then all we're really doing is treating others as we ourselves would want to be treated. So with my background, coming to the US at a younger age as an immigrant to the United States, and having the mentors that I have had throughout my career, my desire is I have to pass that on to, up and coming young leaders, men and women, and the non-binary, which is so much more important nowadays for us, because I see that in our younger folks as they question, as they try to understand where do they fit, what is their purpose in life. And for me, if I can pass on the mentoring that I have received to others and help the younger generation succeed, and being true to the dignity and respect of all human life, that would be the desired legacy I would like to leave. I have many defining moments of career success. I remember when I was named the Chief Financial Officer for ExpressJet Airlines, whom I have went through the IPO, the initial public offering with, and then becoming its Chief Accounting Officer and Treasurer, along with having the financial planning and analysis group. And then after 7 years in those roles, as I continued to collaborate and take on more responsibilities, the board then named me to become Chief Financial Officer. I mean, that was a great moment, a great feeling of accomplishment. Then, whenever I finished big projects, I have managed and being project managers and project sponsors for 3 different ERP integration and ERP implementation as we merge companies or as we acquire companies. Those moments have been fun for me, and they're defining because I think I'm able to use what I have learned all along, the importance of collaboration and the importance of continuing to innovate and encourage and promote others to achieve and innovate together and accomplish a big project. Because as you know, ERP implementations have always been known to be over budget, overrun, but because of what we try to do in big chunks versus really thinking through our requirements, getting the right resources, the right teammates in place, and then all of us continue to challenge each other to innovate. But at the same time, keeping it simple, and how do we take it in phase? Out of the 3 big ERP implementations, including the integration with the Treasury platform, as we did here during our integration, Legacy King and C&J Energy Services to becoming NexTier Oilfield Solutions. When we implemented both Treasury functions and our ERP last June 2020, amidst all of the COVID, amidst significant changes in our economy, in our business, I would say that was a defining moment for my career success, because I finally feel like all of the theme that I have continued to promote in my working experience, in my career, of collaboration, promotion of innovation, and helping others to be recognized so that they can feel achievements as a team. That's when I feel like I have succeeded, when those three things come together.
And the highly commended winner is...
The highly commended winner of this year's Woman of the Year award is Nandini Mongia, Senior Vice President and Treasurer, Prudential Financial.
I'm Nandini Mongia, and I was named Treasurer of Prudential Financial in 2018. I assumed this role in the context of a well-orchestrated leadership succession plan following the retirement of our prior CEO and Vice Chairman. At that time, I was serving as CFO for Prudential Retirement, a role that I took in 2017 when I joined the company. Transitioning to the role of treasurer was a new challenge for me because I didn't have prior treasury experience. But I felt confident taking on this challenge for two reasons. One was there was strong institutional support and support of a talented treasury team that I knew well, both from my years at Prudential as well as from the outside. And two, the benefit of over 15 years of experience providing strategic advisory and investment banking services to insurance industry clients really did provide foundational learning for this role. Three pieces of advice that I would offer. The first is, I believe it's critical to seek out a broad and diverse set of experiences, regardless of what career path one takes. What is most important really is cultivating a learning mindset, because that is what allows you to understand the big picture, the why, the what, and most importantly, what I'm fond of saying, the so what of any situation. The second is, I would also recommend that throughout your career, you reflect deeply on experiences that you have, as well as the people that you meet and you interact with along the way. Building and maintaining a network of associates and relationships from whom you can learn is really invaluable in any field. And then just as importantly, for then paying it forward to those who can benefit learning from your experiences. And then the third I would say is invest in your career for the long term. Really hone your skills and capabilities. And that takes time and it takes intention. But it's really important to have a mix of attributes which range from softer skills like leadership and communication and influencing to the more technical skills that vary based on your area of expertise. At the end of the day, you want to do something that is going to challenge you continuously and brings you joy. So in summary, I would say seek out diverse experiences with a learning mindset, build and maintain a network of relationships from whom you can learn and who you can help, and then intentionally invest in building soft skills along with technical capabilities. 2020 was a defining year as treasurer for me. The year was really all about learning, growth in mindset, and strategic discipline in connecting the dots and really seeing around the proverbial corner. 2020, I think fair to say, was an unprecedented year across many dimensions. Companies of all sizes and across all industries, including Prudential, found themselves in a challenging environment driven by a global health crisis of unknown proportions, which disrupted every aspect of our lives. And amid all of that uncertainty of the pandemic, there were significant impacts to the capital markets as well. What helped Prudential navigate this unprecedented crisis was really the company's preparedness for uncertainty and risk coming into this year of 2020. And what I mean by that is, as a purpose-driven company, Prudential is really built for situations like this. We have survived pandemics, wars, recessions, and much more in our 146-year history. We exist actually in many ways to absorb risk from our clients and from our customers. So after years of managing our capital and liquidity under varying ranges of stresses, which included, by the way, rational interpretations of worst in history scenarios, we, the company, and my team entered 2020 prepared with a playbook of management actions to respond to the crisis that we saw unfolding. And it was within this context that I would characterize as the defining year, where my team and I executed a series of actions starting in March of 2020 to combat the challenges of COVID-19. And these included, pre-funding debt maturities for 2020 and 2021, preserving our resources and capital, as well as increasing our sources of contingent liquidity. I'm really grateful for the knowledge, the expertise, and the dedication of a very large group of Prudential employees and leaders who really all showed up and brought out their best in one another during this challenging time. And it really reinforced for me as well how important teamwork is. And that to me was the definition and the defining, I'll say not moment, but year that 2020 was.
A huge congratulations to all our Adam Smith Awards 2021 winners. Thank you for listening to this episode of our dedicated Adam Smith Awards podcast series, brought to you by the Treasury Today Group. More episodes will be coming soon featuring other award-winning solutions, so please subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated wherever you get your podcasts.